Kathleen Brooks has done it again. This time she has released Heated, which is the Townsend brothers from Shadow's Landing, Wilder's story. So if you don't know, Wilder is a club owner and he owns a bunch of clubs called WET, his initials, across the country. And his New York club is having a lot of issues. So he returns to New York to take a look, try to figure out what's going on there, because things are going down that should not be going down. He's very against the things that are going down. Meanwhile, Bex is or short for Bexley, is a newly appointed detective for the NYPD. And she gets put on a case to investigate Wilder's clubs because she's being told that there's a whole bunch of evidence saying that he is in on these illegal things and they want her to go in and investigate. So she does under a false name, undercover, and he ends up saving her from a situation that would have not turned out very well. And they ultimately figure out, hey, something's not right here, and why are things not adding up? Because she's like, there's no evidence that he's doing any of this stuff. In fact, there's a whole bunch of evidence saying otherwise. And then while she's in the hospital for the incident, they find out she now has a warrant out for her arrest. And so he is definitely being focused on by somebody. And also now she gets caught into loop because they want to pin everything on her, which is crazy. I love this. I love this so much. This is something Kathleen Brooks does, and I absolutely love that she does this. She does a bunch of little hidden Easter eggs, sometimes hidden, sometimes are very, very obvious crossovers between her book series. So if you've read the Adventurous Bookworm series or trilogy, Max Caldwell shows up in the books, and it's just really kind of like, I love the part. I loved it. I don't want to spoil it for those who have read it, but it was just such a cute moment with him that he was talking about Paige. Just saying. I know, I can really go on. I loved it so much. So anyway, he kind of gets sucked up in it too. They end up going to Shadow's Landing to, one, run the investigation and try and figure out what's going on from Shadow's Landing so that way Bex can hide out. But also then you have Shadow's Landing, you have to bring those characters in because they are so fun and entertaining. You got Gator, who, well, his name is very apt to his job because he relocates alligators. And then you have the Landrys, who are always there to help and lend a hand. And you got 10-year-old girls whipping out old weapons because they are trained to use them. I'm telling you, if you have not checked out her Shadow's Landing series, you need to. It is awesome. Shadow's Landing is enriched with pirates history, so check it out. But anyway, so I'm not going to spoil too much more because that would be, why would I do that? No, just go read the books, okay? The only thing I had an issue with, and that's more of a me thing, is some of the names of the like extra characters were kind of similar, and I was getting confused on who was who at one point. Not like any of the main characters in the series, just like some extra ones that she threw in for the plot of this book. So that's the only thing I had some issues with, but that's just a me thing again. Also, Bex comes from a large Italian family, the Morettis. So I am now kind of hoping that the Morettis also get their own spinoff. Maybe. It might be too much to hope for. Might not. I don't know. But we'll have to just wait and see. So there you go. That's my review. Happy reading.